Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm going to show you guys just a walkthrough of Pulse by FaithlineAI. This is our agentic dashboard. So the first thing you're going to want to do is just go to dashboard.faithlineai.com. All right, and once you type that in, then you'll be brought right to your dashboard. You might have to sign up if you don't have an account, but it's pretty straightforward, and I'll cover that in a little bit. So once you log into your dashboard, the first thing you're going to see here is just a summary of everything that we have to offer. You might notice this little AI assistant might have a red icon, but if you just click on that, it should just go to green that way. So just to go over the dashboard, the first thing you'll see here is your total amount of leads, your pipeline value, hot leads, how many videos you've created this month, along with news items and an engagement score. We also have some quick access links to some of the other tabs, such as the command center. That's going to be your news tab, your agent monitor that just shows you just the different agents that are going on and what they're doing, along with your video suite, so you can see all the videos that you want to post on social media, and also just your estimated pipeline value. So just to get into it, we're going to start with the war room. And this is just your dashboard for all of your leads. This is going to be where if you're doing sales or anything, where you will be the most. So just an example of what to do here. When you get here, it'll probably be empty for you after you make your account. So if you wanted to add a lead, we have a button down here. If you just click that, you're able to enter any of your information manually. I'll just do this real quick. All right, so after you've typed in all the information, you're able to hit the add lead button. And just clicking that, you can see that we have a success notification. So I'll just use this for an example, but you're able to click the website option and be taken to their website. You see the different information that you entered. Actually, I didn't enter everything, so I'll just go to one that's already filled out. So yeah, you'll be able to see just the email information, phone number, their industry, and just all the relevant information. We have automated workflows if you're subscribed to that tier. If you do want to just have your leads just to be automatically pulled so you don't have to go and enter them manually. So from here, you'll be able to take all of the basic actions. If you want to click on their website just to see if anything here is new, then you're able to just do that automatically. You can come back here, take your different actions. If you want to send an email right from your own computer in your own email, then we allow that just by pressing the email button. Same thing with the call button. Let me just close this real quick. And this is for iOS. If you're on Windows, then Outlook should be your default calendar. So you'll be able to just open that up right there and send an email that way. We have different agents if you want to make an AI voice call. And then we also have AI generated emails. So if you all don't want to do all the research, we already have that pulled right there for you. You can see some of the information here. You probably don't want to put all of their, location here. Maybe you do, so you can customize this here. And then we have different phases. So if you want to do the initial outreach email, it might be a little bit different than the follow-up email or the value add email or a breakup email because not everybody's going to respond. And you can send this here from a custom domain that we configure for you so it doesn't have to affect your domain reputation. Or again, you can just open this again in your email client if you just want to send it from your own email link to your computer. So after you do send an email, then the lead will automatically be moved to the next stage. So after you send it here, it'll just move over to contacted. And then if it's in the contacted stage, it'll move over to engaged and it'll just keep going that way. Another way, if you just want to move it all the way to the end, let's say if we already won this lead, this was just an example, we can just click this button and then you'll see it'll be moved over here. And again, you can see just the total value and the percent just within the dashboard of the lead. So again, something else that we can do if you don't want to add leads one by one, we have different options to bulk import leads. If you have everything living in a Google Sheet, then we can just import it directly here by following the steps. And also if you just want to import it as a CSV, and we have some intelligent mapping operations. So everything doesn't have to map one-to-one. Of course, that'll be better, but it doesn't have to, and we'll walk you through just how to accomplish that. So now that we have the leads taken care of in your CRM portion, we can go over to some of the other product services that we offer. Okay, so next we can go over the command center, and this is one of my favorite parts of the dashboard. If you're all about news, you can see it from just different industries or your preferred industry. So you can see that we have it just every day, multiple sources. Today's the 2nd, so we can see everything coming in here first. If you have too much that ends up piling up, then we can also have a cleanup action. So for every news article that you get, we have a few different options. You're able to create a post for LinkedIn, Threads, Instagram, or we can even do video posts. So see, I'll just create one really quickly, and then I'll show you some that are already created. We have different agents that run in the background to help create these posts. So from here, if you do want to read the original news article, you can just click on it here and it will take you to the source. So you don't have to worry about hallucinations. If you want to see anything before it goes out, or you just want to put your own take on it, you're able to look at it this way as well. We'll go into the settings a little bit later where you're able to see actually how to configure the news to be exactly what you want. You can see we have it filtered by some research, some policy, if it's startup news, different trends, and we also have a relevant score. So if you only want to see things that are hyper relevant, and we have different ways that we can tweak the relevant score, then we're able to hit the filters here and you're able to just see it that way. We can get into something similar, which is the opportunities dashboard. So based on your location, we are actually able to pull just different meetup events, networking events, or business related events catered to you and your business, where you can either find clients, potential leads, or just talk about people in the same space as you. So again, we have some networking events, conferences, and we just have some different filters here to just search based on that. And also, if you wanted to search for grants for your business, then we're able to do that here. And we're working on having automatic applications be done for you for the grants that way, but it's still a work in progress. So we'll go to the video dashboard now. I think the one that we just clicked on is still generating, but for the meantime, I'll just be able to show you some of the videos that we have generated in the past. So after a video generates, it'll be a real style video, perfect for
$500
Instagram or
billion.
TikTok.
dollars.
I'm not going to play it right now, but you can see that it'll be catered towards different voices using stock footage or AI generated footage. Kind of just depends on what you want. And then you can have captions for TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Threads, or you can just post them directly here to create a draft with LinkedIn, Twitter, and Threads, or you can download it here if you want to just post it that way. So we also have the agent pipeline. So you can see that we have the social media um, bot working right now. So that's why that one is activated there. We'll check in on that one later. You can see that we can see the different agents that are running and how long we believe them to take. So this is, you can see it from here. And then I'll just check in on the settings while we wait for this video to be done. But you can see just the content piece. If we were looking at content to be posted on a schedule, if we're looking at the sales agents to run, and now I'll get into the automations with these and how to configure those in the settings. So again, if you go to the settings, you're able to go to some of the features here. I just have my account, of course, configured so all the features are on, but for the different integrations, if you want to put your API keys, here's a section for that. For the lead generation and the news sources, we can have custom sources if you want to type in your websites here. If these are websites that you check very often, whether it's a certain Reddit page or whatever news source you want. And if you have different keywords or topics that you're interested in, you can configure that. Same thing with the events. If you want to have a certain location, let's say if you're based in Austin, Texas, and you don't want to get events that are in Charlotte, North Carolina, then you can configure that here. Again, with the keywords and just some of the connections, but we set a lot of this up for you in the onboarding process. And again, similar with our grants, if you're just in the different stages of business, this all just helps us help you so we can find what's most relevant. And then with the team, we're able to invite different team members with different access points. So if you want people on your team that are primarily going to be using the CRM portion, then they won't be overwhelmed with so many of the other options. So we just are able to cater it there. And then of course, same thing with the billing. We don't want everybody on the team to be able to purchase different plans or in different tiers. So we have it set up this way. So, all right. So it looks like the video was created. So we can go back to the video tab and we're able to click on it here. And again, based on the original news article, oops, oopsie. And again, yeah, here's the video right here. So we're able
AI
to
stocks are down big in 2026.
watch it
Microsoft
just based
dropped
on the
20 officially fading,
news article,
trades under
and it'll
20
have
times.
the social media posts ready, all of the captions, so you can just go ahead and post it pretty easily. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out, or you can email us at contact@faithlineai.com. And yeah, we're happy to have you to be a part of the team.